Hey Pisces, welcome to January 2019. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Happy New Year, by the way. This is going to be a very good year because it's all about creativity, positivity, self-expression. I know 2018 was a little bit denser, a little bit more focused on relationships. This year is a lot more light, a lot more positive. I'm sure you guys have already felt it if you are watching this in January. What's going on? Where are your cards? What does Pisces need to know for January 2019? Okay. So this is a face down card, which means, as always, it's something that you guys haven't acknowledged yet. You haven't faced yet. So I'm going to hit you with this. I'm going to smack you right in the face. This is where you guys are at. January 2019. Completely way down. You know, this is the third reading I'm doing for January 2019. And this is the third time this card has popped out. So I think what it is Januaries in general make us all feel very, very weighed down, very overwhelmed. We have, you know, the start of a new year. So we feel like what did we accomplish last year? We have resolutions. We have, you know, a whole new frame of mind where we're like, we just have energy right off the gate to be like, let's start this new beginning. Let's start this new year like this. So it's a lot of pressure. Pisces, the swords represent your thoughts, okay? So it's really just your thoughts and your attitude surrounding this new year that have you feel very pinned down, okay? So changing your thoughts into that of more positive nature will free you from this, okay? So one thing I've been, saying is, for instance, you're overwhelmed because your resolution is to feel more emotionally happy. Okay? You want to feel happier. That's 2019, you're like, I just want to be happy. I just want to feel like I have everything in place. I just want to feel like everything is taken care of. I just want to feel happy. So what that means, Pisces, is each one of these swords represents those factors of happiness. Okay, once I make 100K a year, once I get engaged, once I have a kid, once I, get that new car, or once this person stops messing around with me. So you have all of these factors that say once, then all this. And that's why you're so pinned down. Instead, Pisces, what you can do is say, once I make 100K, instead of saying once I make 100K, I'll be happy, you shift your mindset by saying, I am so happy and abundant and I have financial freedom right now. And what that does, if you study the law of attraction, is it magnifies that energy to you. You end up being like a magnet, so it will draw in that energy for you. So if you want to be happy in 2019, emotionally content and everything taken care of, you have to tell yourself every single day, every second of the day, that you already have those things. It feels very counterintuitive, but eventually you'll start to see it coming into your life, into your frame of mind. So for instance, I have a vision board that says, I love my home. And this, I love my home, I had when I hated my house, when I lived with my dad, when I was like, gotta get out of here. And it wasn't until this month that I stopped and I was like, oh, I love my home. I'm in a new place, it's just bringing in that energy, okay? Believing it, and then you'll start to see it. Okay, so the other card that popped out, Pisces, is the 8 of Pentacles, which is all about being proud of your accomplishments, being proud of what you've accomplished so far, and recognizing that it's time to kind of hang your accolades up. It's time to hang up your trophies and hang up the degree on the wall and just recognize, I've done well. I've done very well. You've accomplished a lot, okay? And that is going to bring you a lot of positivity. However, there's a relationship here, Pisces, that you don't know where it's going. You have no idea where it's going, so you're not doing anything with it. So let's see. Feeling overwhelmed. You want emotional happiness. You've been working hard. You've accomplished a lot. You have a level of positivity and optimism. But then, in comes the relationship. In comes this partnership that is, unfortunately, it's hanging on by a thread. It's hanging on by a very, very short thread, okay? There's a lot of emotional energy involved with this. You've changed a lot, Pisces, when it comes to this relationship, and it's almost like out of loyalty that you haven't moved forward, okay? Loyalty to the past, loyalty to fears, you know, loyalty to the emotion attached to it. There's some loyalty involved, and that's why you can't move on. Because there's still a little bit of optimism as well when it comes to this relationship. So that's what your subconscious wants you to know. Now, for January 2019, Pisces, the situation is you got to make a sacrifice. You got to let go of something, and you have to be okay with letting go of it, okay? It's something that is very deeply rooted. Could be something when it comes to home, when it comes to family, when it comes to ancestors, something very, very deeply rooted that I'm seeing like popcorn, like when you see that little kernel, it's turning. Have you ever watched a popcorn kernel in slow motion turn into popcorn? It's absolutely beautiful, very cool, and it almost like defies the laws of gravity, okay? And when you think about popcorn, it needs to like really be zapped to transform and pop. So right now, when it comes to your sacrifice, Pisces, think of yourself as a kernel that's popped into popcorn. Delicious popcorn, fluffy, buttery, delicious. You're not a kernel anymore. You're not a corn kernel anymore. You're now a fluffy bag of popcorn that is just delicious and amazing. So it's time to let go of the kernels. You know at the bottom of the popcorn bag, the things that weren't popped. Throw those out. Let go of them. The things that have not popped, that have not rose to your level, essentially, okay? Obstacle and an aid to that, Pisces, is a earth sign, a masculine earth sign, okay? This earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, masculine energy, they're very close-minded, okay? Very, very close. It's almost like their eyes are closed. So could just be that they wear glasses. Could be that, you know, they squint when they talk, but there is something with their eyes that they're very closed off. Maybe they're just very sheltered. This earth sign has always been a fighter. This earth sign has almost stepped on other people to get to where they are. So you're ready to make a sacrifice, but this earth sign is the obstacle. So the reason why you feel like you can't make a sacrifice, but the aid, the reason why you feel like you have to make a sacrifice. And this person will help you make that sacrifice, although it also feels like they're the obstacle to it, okay? Subconsciously, Pisces, we have a young fire sign, okay? Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This person is very happy-go-lucky, but they're so stuck in the past. They're so stuck in the past, okay? This person also goes around in circles. Like, it's almost like you can't pin them down. They're just so circular and so round and just never really stable, never really calm, okay? You're thinking that you have so much going on, and you're thinking that because you haven't made this sacrifice and because you're holding on to this energy so tightly, whether it be the earth sign or the fire sign or this level of happiness or your work or whatever that is, whatever you're holding on to, Pisces, you're letting opportunities pass you by. They're just they're whipping you by because you're so tightly, and you know it too. You see that these opportunities are passing you by, but you're still holding on. And unfortunately, you're holding on so tight that it's actually causing more damage. It's causing more damage because you're working hard to hold on. So like in a subconscious way or even a thought way, mentally, you do recognize that you're doing it, holding on so tightly, and opportunities are just passing you by, opportunities that you'll unfortunately never get back. So it is time to make a sacrifice and to let go, because you're powerless. You're completely trapped right now. However, Pisces, swords represent our thoughts. So you think that you're powerless, but at the end of the day, you have all of the power. It's your life. You're the creator of your life. You can decide what you want. You can decide if you want to let go of something or not. And it shouldn't be contingent on anybody else but your own happiness. because a lot of the times we place blame on other people, especially Pisces. They're very compassionate. You guys are very compassionate, and you guys take on the energy of everybody else. So for instance, a Pisces can pick up the phone and say, no, I can't do this anymore. I need to make a sacrifice. But you can sense that the person is like, oh, and then you're like, you know what, forget it. I won't make the sacrifice. Here, take my heart. Take everything from me. That's what Pisces do. They're givers. And unfortunately, it's just not going to work in 2019, because 2019 is a very positive, optimistic year, and also about self-expression and creativity. So if you're feeling like you can't make this sacrifice, 2019 will force that. We'll say, you know what? You're now forced to say what you truly want. You're now forced to create what you want, and you're now forced to express how you feel. Family and friends, they just see that you're working very hard, and they think that maybe you're overburdened with responsibilities. Okay, so hope and fear, my favorite card, is soulmate, okay? What's going on, Pisces? You have a hope and a fear when it comes to this soulmate energy. So the way that I can, let's see what story this is telling. You want to make a sacrifice when it comes to a situation in your life, but you feel that this earth sign is hindering that. But this earth sign is the reason why you want to make a sacrifice, why you want to let go. You see that opportunities are passing you by, and you hope for a soulmate, but you fear it as well. So is it because the person that you're with right now is not giving you that emotional happiness that you thought they were going to give you, and you hope that they were your soulmate, but you fear that maybe they weren't? And now you're wondering if you've wasted too much time and that your soulmates are passing you by? Could it be that you're feeling so powerless and you've been just focusing on working hard and accomplishing things that you haven't recognized that your soulmate is draining you, that your soulmate is pulling you down instead of allowing you to lift yourself off because of how hard you've been working? It's time to really explore that and be like, why would you have a hope and a fear when it comes to your soulmate? Or it could just be that you fear your soulmate. I've actually, when I think about it, actually quite a few Pisces I know who have the fire sign beneath the surface. They're scared of their soulmate because their fire sign is either an Aries, you know, who can be so aggressive, right? And a Pisces is that old soul that is more compassionate, right? That more humanitarian, that more subconscious person who is able to kind of shift things from behind the scenes, whereas a fire sign is all about the here and now. So that hope and fear could just be that you truly have a level of fear when it comes to your soulmate. Okay, so Pisces, the outcome for your January 2019 is you're going to keep realizing that you've been holding on to some energy so tight that you're allowing other opportunities to pass you by, okay? And that is going to make you happy. You know, you're going to say, you know what? Yeah, I've decided this. I've decided that I'm holding on tight, and I've decided that I'm okay with all the opportunities that have passed me by. I'm okay with making a sacrifice as well because I'm feeling so powerless. And with that, you will feel a lot happier, like you can walk on water, because the sacrifice that you make will free you. And what that will do, Pisces, that's going to bring in a new sign, a new message. Something's going to come into your life this month that you're going to have to hear, okay? It's going to be like your ears turn red. So it's going to be something that gets blood pumping right up to your face, like either in excitement, either in anger, either in happiness. It's going to be an emotional thing that just, you know, comes to the top, and you're going to explode because it's going to be such positive, such intense, and such magnetic and huge news, okay? So that's what I got for you guys. Love you, Pisces, so much. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. Really quickly want to let you guys know that I started a new YouTube channel. It's all spirituality focused. It's not just tarot. Right now there's 2 videos posted on it. One, how to calculate your moon and Venus sign, and for those that you care about, and also a positivity crash course, 11 daily activities to start your January off right. I'll post the link, and if you want to personalize reading, my email address is beyondyoursunsign@gmail.com, also posted below. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in February. Bye, Pisces.